Okay, folks, it is August the 5th, about quarter after 6 in the evening. The Dow Jones dropped 760 points today, or almost 3%. S&P 500 dropped about 3%. NASDAQ dropped about 3%, or 3.5%. Russell 2000 dropped about 3.5%. So it appears that this U.S.-China trade war is heating up. We're going to start today by looking at the bond market. Okay, looking at the bond market, we're going to pay attention to the U.S. 2-year yield, which is a 1.579. Earlier today, it was a 1.61. The U.S. 10-year yield was a 1.7 something. It's a 1.72 right now. If that 2-year yield gets higher than that 10-year yield, if you think today's sell-off was impressive, it's going to be very impressive if that event occurs anytime soon. So we're keeping an eye on the U.S. 2-year yield, the U.S. 10-year yield. Let's see how the markets officially finished. Okay, we're looking at the official finishes for the stock markets. The Dow was down 2.9%. S&P 500 was down 2.98%. NASDAQ was down 3.47%. Small caps were down 3.06%. Now, for tomorrow, we're going to stay with 100% Putnam Stable Value. The reason why we're doing this is because earlier today, the Dow Jones was down almost 1,000 points. So you're probably going to be down at least 300 points tomorrow in the Dow, which would be close to a little bit over 1%. So it's not time for us to go long again in the Dow, the S&P 500, NASDAQ, or small caps. They'll all probably follow suit. They'll be down between 1 and 2% over the next couple of days. Wednesday or Thursday, it might look a little bit better to get back in, but for now, it's looking ugly. Let's look at the futures and see how they're looking currently. Okay, so the futures. I think the futures have been open for maybe 15, 20 minutes. You see the Dow's down 1.25. They're probably all down between 1 and 1.25%. Remind you, the futures just opened for the evening, and they're already down 1 to 1.25%. So before the markets open in the morning, it's quite possible they could be down 2, 3, maybe even 4%. We'll keep an eye on it. More importantly, we're keeping an eye on the 2-year yield and the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield. So until then, we'll stay with 100% Putnam Stable Value. If this market sells off the same amount for the next 2 or 3 days, you'll quickly see that where we're allocated at will probably be beating most of the indices around the world. We'll probably be beating most of the indices around the world with like a 10 or 11% return for the year if this sell-off continues. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Later.